Welcome to Footsteps and Tire Tracks, guys, and today we're going to have a look at the Eonon head unit and change the launcher. We're going to have a look at a couple of launchers. I think I've got a favourite, but we're going to show you a couple of them, and I'm going to go for it all, installing it, so you'll see everything. We're Mark and V, and this is our adventures. Now what I think we'll do is we'll show you exactly what I'm doing and take it right from the beginning. Right, this can be done on any Android car unit, but the fact that we're doing it on the Eonon unit is because we have purchased this unit at the moment. Right, for the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into Google Play. So we're going to go into our setting, or our apps, go into Google Play, and we're going to search for a Android car launcher. We're going to search car launcher. Car launcher. So now we will see different car launchers that are available to us. So we got car launcher, we got Agama, we got car web guru. I don't want to do that, do I? FCC Car Launcher. We got many, and I've tried over the years. I've tried quite a few of them as well. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try some of the ones that I've used in the past, so you can see a choice. I'm not going to say it's the best choice, but I'm going to show you a couple, and we're going to start. Let's start with the top. We'll go with car launcher. We won't use the pro version at the moment because obviously there's a cost of $5.99, and if we're not sure we want it, it's not the best one to use, is it? So we're going to go into car launcher. So let's install that. And sadly, my internet is a little tiny bit slow here because the phone's not picking up very well, and the home Wi-Fi is just a little bit too far away. I might have to move the car closer to the house if we're struggling. I could do with having the camera a little bit higher. I think I'm looking at it and it just looks a little bit weird, the actual angle. So it might be that I'll hold the camera. So here we are. Hello, we are glad that you have installed our app. There's a new theme already, new theme available. So let's download the new theme. Oh, so it's £2.39 for the new theme, so we won't bother with the new theme for the minute. So let's go back. To continue working, you must provide permissions so that the program can fully work. So we're going to allow that. Please enable access to notifications, otherwise the widget will not be able to control the player. So we're going to allow that. So car launcher free. And car launcher free music, so we're just going to allow both of them. We will be at the other end of this uninstalling quite a few of them, so I won't bore you with that though, but we will. Okay, we've changed tripods because I really want you to be able to see exactly what I'm seeing. I was concerned that the other tripod was a little tiny bit too low. It's always difficult to film in a car. Right, so we've allowed the permissions for that, so we'll go back, choose which colour we want for the wallpaper. Well, we've got a white car, so I don't know. Shall we pick red so it just stands out? We're not going to worry too much about this. So there we are. It's showing you. It's got. We'll go around it. It's showing you all the different pieces on the screen. So. We'll come along. So we got the weather, so it tells you what the weather is. Choose what you want to launch when you click on a widget. Replace an element in the widget. Edit the theme. So we can pretty much choose what we want to be wherever we want to be. Interactive training of the widget switch and gesture is now activated. Please disable instructions. It is possible to in the settings interface. Okay, well. We're not going to go too deep into any of these, but let's start. How can I help? So there you are. What colour is orange? There you are. That works. Okay, Google, stop. Okay, so we don't. So that's our Google. We can press play, and we theoretically would go into. Right, I'm going to mute that, so you can see there we can manage the active player, which is Spotify, DAB radio. T-Link is interesting because that's Apple CarPlay. That's how we connect to Apple CarPlay, but we won't worry about that too much at the moment. It's more about what it actually looks like, isn't it? So we can go in there and we can edit that theme. Let's go and edit it and see what happens there. So we go in, click on this button to save settings and restore. So that's where we go up to save settings and restore. So we're going to cancel that for the moment. Here we can have the background, all the various different backgrounds we can pick. I do apologise, it keeps on bringing up the music, and use this theme as a home. Now, I don't want to use this theme as the home theme at the moment because we'll get to, we'll have to go into the settings and then save it. So we will just ignore that at the moment. So we're just gonna say just the once for the minute. And that's brought us back to where we were. Now if we go to the very end, we should see Car Launcher 3 there. So we'll go into Car Launcher 3, and we can have live papers, so we can go and download live wallpapers, but there's none there at the current moment. That's not good, is it? Due to operation of a vehicle, the use of application may be unsafe. While driving, please take care. First and foremost, about the safety of driving. So there's lots of little warnings that's going to come up. Okay, so we can download widgets by the looks of it as well. So we're just going to just do the once for the minute. So if we wanted to have launchers, we're going to have to go and pay for the full version. So we got Absolute 90 playing there. You can see it's playing a song. We got it muted. I'm personally not a fan of this interface. It just, to me, feels a little tiny bit, what can I say? It doesn't feel very easy to use apps. There's no shortcut. You can add your shortcuts, I'm sure. Like let's just add that one to this. So we got DAB there. If we add another one, let's just add Bluetooth. So we could obviously add apps down through here. So if we were to go there again and maybe say I don't know, we've got car radio. Yeah, got car radio. So there we are. So we could select DAB, and it just goes into the DAB app. That's DAB Plus, so that's not going to work at the moment because we've got DAB Z taking over our dongle. Got the radio. Now I wonder if we were to press and hold, we can rename it, we can change the icon, we can rearrange them, we can delete it, we can change it. Infinite scrolling, which would mean you could have far more in there, and you can change the number of apps you want. So if you like this layout, there's DAB Z. So we've changed it to DAB Z, and there you can see that works straight away. And if we continue to add, let's just add a few more in. Let's just add the DSP app in, add another app in, Netflix, say for instance. Now you can see we can add another one. Let's just add the music app. So we got infinite scrolling there. And if you like that sort of layout, it ain't bad. I think maybe the the Pro version, because if you could have the maps, I don't know, let's see if we can change number of apps, and no, that's not what we want to do. So if we want to edit that theme, let's just select that one. This feature is only available in the Pro version, so if you want to edit the theme more, you are going to have to buy the Pro version. So there we are. We're just going to come out of that. We don't want to have the Pro version. So that's Car Launcher, the free version. Personally, I don't like it. I think it's a bit, it doesn't look very fresh and doesn't make you feel like you want to drive the car and enjoy the experience. So I'm going to uninstall that and we'll move on to the next one. So we've uninstalled Car Launcher and we're now going to use Agama Car Launcher. So we'll just install that. And I want you to see these pretty much as they install. Yes, you can spend a long time in, customizing them, but we know what our original launcher looked like, and it's going to take most of the settings from what we've had. So we want to see what it looks like. So let's install the next one. Probably going to ask for some permissions again. So this is a trial version and unlimited license for all time. Special price today, £2.59. Okay, we're not going to buy it. So that tells us straight away there's going to be issues. So it thinks we're driving a Nissan, and everything else is like quite laid out quite simply. Got radio, navigation, music, phone, internet, apps. The clock in the middle. Let's see how we can, if we can change anything. Let's just see what happens if we touch it in the middle. There's no settings. Oh, hang on a minute. So we touch that. So we got logo. So if we go into logo, so let's go into settings. Your car is, well, we're in a VW. There's quite a lot. There's lots and lots of logos there available, so that's good to see. So we'll just change it to VW. And what do we have in this the settings? We have a theme editor, so we can change a color. Let's just hold the colors along so you can see the colors changing there. So that's, make it brighter or dimmer. That's quite good. So if we were driving a VW, it's going to be relatively red or blue. So you have the red, or you have that sort of blue color in a VW. Although newer ones, we go to the white. So you could have whatever you want. Now the white looks quite factory actually. So let's apply that, and that's still happening. I really can't tell you why that's happening. I'm going to speak to Ian on about that. Hopefully they'll come back to me, and maybe we'll just do a little short on why that's happening. So we've changed the logo in the middle, and we've got time up the top now. It all looks quite simple. Remember, you're going to be using this when you're driving, so you want it to be easy. You want it to be, you don't want it to be complicated. So we go back to the settings, see what else we got here. So we've got theme editor, theme presets. So so that's different themes that we can have. So let's just let's pick on elegant. There you are. You can see what elegant is. Material contrast. So there's pre-made themes. So it's quite customizable. So you'd be able to do all this yourself. So we won't do that at the moment. We'll leave it as it was because I'm quite happy with that. Let's carry on down and see what else we got. We've got theme presets, theme editor options, advanced design settings, expert mode, or separate themes for day and night. So we could have two different themes. You could have a light theme for the daytime and one for the dark as well. so that's quite good. Integration, so you got your music player, it's off, but if your music player could be Spotify. Access Android notifications, I suppose we're going to have to set that, and if we go there we can see we're going to have to allow them. And you can see I removed Car Launcher and Car Launcher is no longer there. So let's go back. We'll say OK for that. And we have Navigator. So we always use Waze. So let's see if Waze is available. And it's not. Even though Waze is installed, Waze is not available. Quite interesting. The integration of with Google Maps may work incompletely or incorrectly. Dear. Okay, radar detect. What's that then? So smart driver. So that may be a program we'll have to have a look at some stage. It probably needs some other integration. I don't know anything about the apps at the moment, but what we will do is behind the scenes, I'm going to take a photograph of this now. It's just so I can have a look into the programs at a later stage. I might even talk about them at the end of the video. We have the volume control, enable volume control and buttons and touch gesture. Well, we've only got buttons on the steering wheel. I think that's all we need, so we'll say OK for that. Auto volume from speed. Now the head unit actually does that, so whether we'd need to change it again, I don't know. Brightness, day brightness, night brightness, auto brightness, so you can have it by GPS. Okay, so that looks at sunrise and sunset. We come down, we have a boot animation, standard boot animation, so do not show boot animation. Disable boot animation, so maybe that can interact with the unit, I'm not sure. We can change our distance. We're in the UK, so we'll have miles. Our time is auto. Yeah, so we look at 24 hours, just a little bit easier. And as we come down through, there's quite a lot available. What do we think? Well, let's, navigation. So navigation, we got to associate an app, because it hasn't been associated. So let's try Waze that way. So close that. And if we go navigation now, there we are. So we can force it to use Waze. Just come back out. There we are. I'll shut down Waze. Go back home. Just want to use Car Launcher out for the minute. There we are. So we're back. Interesting, we've got a bar across it there. What's happened there? Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? That piece didn't refresh. So we come down, we got music, so we set Spotify. Oh, so all of these, you actually, apps works, but that's about it. That blocky thing is a bit annoying, isn't it? Let's see if we can have that happen again. Yeah, so we got. So there you are, that's music player. Yeah, can't say I'm overly struck by that one either. I have tried it in the past and I didn't stick with it. Select thing, click always. So we want to go back to that launcher again. So back to trial. And it's okay. What we got here? We got automatic. So that's how we want it to perform in the light. Okay, so that's Agama Car Launcher. Thoughts? Not brilliant, is it? And something I've just noticed as well, I just had the ignition on because the camera's getting hot. It says there it's plus 20 degrees. It's not very good. Now I'm just gonna, let's just turn the vents down. I'm just gonna take you over to the car, and you can see there, hopefully, it's 25 degrees. So there it says plus 20. So those of you living in warmer countries, it's not going to be very accurate at all, is it? So what we'll do now is we'll uninstall this and we'll move on to Car Web Guru. So we're going to come down through and you see Car Web Guru there, Car Launcher. Now you can see the scores as well. They've been getting 4.6, 4.7. So Car Web Guru, according to the general populace, only gets 4.1. So let's go and have a look at it. So I'm going to install it. So there we are, installed. Let's open them up and have a first look. Okay, so permissions to allow the app to use devices and data if it needs, location. So we're gonna start Web Guru, Car Web Guru. And instantly, the first thing I notice is it looks very similar to the previous app we used, which was the Agama. So maybe this is people have been working together and then have gone off and decided to work on their own and kept similar sort of ideas. So let's have a start. So we've got instructions, we've got navigation, we've got music, phone, internet, files. You can see I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. Got a date, time, got their little logo there. Now, so we touch a logo, and there's a pro version of this as well. So everybody, there isn't much that's free anymore. So we, I'm looking down here. A new dashboard has been published. So let's just try a new dashboard. Well, that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? That does look a little bit better. That's a little bit. So we got our speed, unlock theme, demo mode. You can buy this theme to prevent the message appearing. It's lovely, isn't it? So everything is pay for, isn't it? So we got our dates, we got day, we got speed. Let's go up here and let's see what we can modify on it. So right, vehicle. So we can put a vehicle in. So manufacturer. So that even looks popular. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? I would have said VWR. There we are. There we are. So manufacturer. So let's see if they got the model then. Yep, they got an EOS. And we can even select the year. So let's go. It's a 2011. 2011. This could put me off this unit if long term. Although I've got to say, when I was driving the other night, I drove to the Eden project for a gig and it didn't happen once. So it might be something connected to setting up things. So there we are. So with the Pro version, we can even put a picture of the car in it as well. So we go back, interface, we can change color, text color. So there's speed units not set, so we can change it to miles an hour. Temperature units, well, we're in the UK, so we want Celsius. Got screensaver, brightness for day and night. So they're all pretty much a muchness. Delay starting of Car Web Guru, statistics, multimedia, location. Let's go back in and have a look. So there we are, we've got miles an hour now. Be interested to know how it picks up the rev counter. Shall we start the car and see what happens? Oh, that would annoy you, wouldn't it? Right, I'm just going to move everything a little bit because being an automatic, I have to put the gears in a different position. So I'm going to just start the car now. See if that... So it doesn't pick up. I think you'd have to have an ODB connector. And that's quite frustrating, isn't it? That is quite frustrating. So that's going to come up every time unless you buy it and click back to exit. So then we have to come out and go back in. Yeah, I think that would frustrate me. What's that? That's got our clock there, so we can see our clock. Put it like that. To select action, use long click. So we can change action, customize widget, and then we go unlock a theme again. It would be nice if people would allow you to have the option to customize your theme without all these nags. If only for 30 days, so you could try it out and see if you like it. Why would you want to buy it if you don't decide you don't like it? Yeah, that's frustrating. So let's go back to the original theme if we can. Was it interface we saw it? No, I don't think it was it? No. No, it wasn't there either, was it? So how do we do this? Well, that's all the editable regions. I'll come back in a minute once we found it. You can review and test this theme for 10 minutes. If you like this theme, then you can buy it. This message will not appear. Do not use demo mode while driving. Well, there you go. Not happy with that at all. Okay, so I'm starting to get frustrated with this theme now. Well, frustratingly, every time we try to do something, we're getting presented with this unlock theme. It just doesn't encourage you to want to do anything with the theme at all. Sort of locked out, and it's becoming quite frustrating. Long pushes don't do anything. Well, Car Web Guru people. Was it Car Web Guru? It is Car Web Guru, isn't it? I'm just a little bit disappointed because it's, you know, it feels like you're being looked out of your own head unit. Just once. If you had the option to go back to the original theme, it would be something, but it doesn't seem to have that option. There you are, unlock theme. So we can change. You know, you got a compass there. I've got to be quick because if you're not quick, and over this side we have this widget. Is this? Oh, here we go. This one's. Oh, come on. I think we're going to give up on this because it ain't really helping us to demo it at all. Just the once. There's the widget. It's been disabled. This back to it. Back to exit full screen, and then we're back to the lock. Right, guys. Even if we could use this, I've given up now. Car Web Guru, if you want to reach out to me and give me a license long enough to try it out properly, you know, give me a 30-day license. I'm not asking for a freebie. Give me a 30-day license so I can do a video and show the people what it's like. This is quite frustrating, it really is. So we're going to give up and uninstall it. On to the next one. Now the next one on the list is FCC Car Launcher. I used this in a previous car. I believe I own a license for this, although the car currently is on a different user account. Yes, I have used this before. It's a project that's from XDA developers. It comes up again as you're installing stuff. It seems to be going in the settings and everything. The chap who was developing this, Speedfire, he always was quite receptive to emails and questions. I'm not saying this is the one you should go for, because in the end I didn't use this one. I can't remember why not now, because we're going back a couple of years and it's probably changed quite a lot. So let's have a look. We're going to do exactly the same again. We're not going to be unfair to anybody. We're just going to go in and take off the default install and see how we feel looking at the default install. So there we are. We're going to go to open. Welcome to FCC Car Launcher. Select your device. Now, that's a good question, because if we don't know what device we got, we're going to struggle here, aren't we? So we're just going to take the default. If we just please select rock trip, I think it could be that one. Access to the background. Select accent color. So we can have any color we want. We'll go for white. We're going for the VW colors here. Select your favorite music players. Well, that is the frame we would use. Select the skin. So there's a lot more information here now. Now I do like having a map available. So let's go for that one. That's the default skin by the looks of it as well. Enable album art. So if we're coming off a memory stick, so let's see what this looks like. So we want to allow FCC Car Launcher there, so we're going to allow that. That's for notification access. Please check always on launcher to create widgets. Okay, so this is all our widgets, I suppose, that are available. We're not going to take anything at the moment. We're just going to have a look at the default like we've been doing for everything else. Go back one more. And hopefully this is going to give us the screen. Well, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we have to actually build up our screen. Go back into FCC Car Launcher. Put any widget on the home screen and grant permissions. Oh, right, okay, so we've got to allow it to grant. So here we go, setting up the home. So it's just going through the tutorial now. Instantly, I think you'll agree this is a little bit more informative than some we've looked at already. So yeah, we add widgets, change widgets, delete widgets. Okay, so we're going to move on. Home screen. And we're going to see done. It's loading up. And we can upgrade for £6.49. However, like I said to you, I do believe I've paid for this under my personal account. User cancelled the billing, so there we are. Map provider, let's see who we can. So it is a Google map. So I dare say we can change how we're looking at the maps as well. Legacy map render. Appearance. So you can see some 3D buildings. So traffic's always handy. Other map, side gradient background. So turn a bit of it off a minute. Let's see just what that gives us. So it's going to restart the launcher because obviously there's a few settings involved in there. Will it come back up? Probably won't. So let's just go back into it again. Loads the map up. There's our settings. All looks very configurable, doesn't it? And we're not getting the nag screens coming up either. So go into apps, and there's all our apps. We've got FCC Launcher and our settings there if you wanted to change it. Let's use Spotify. Just once. So there you are. It's actually bringing up the imagery from Spotify there. It's a bit clunky, but it's there. We're going to do dabs there. I would hope that would bring that up. Absolute 90s. And that should pull the images, but it doesn't seem to, does it? Go back in, yeah. So it's not pulling the images from that. Okay, so yeah, there you are. It's okay. Like I said to you, I did buy this. Sure I did. And decided I just didn't like it. Just a little bit too much information, a little bit too messy on a screen for me. Now, Speedfire, the chap who wrote this, like I said, he really is quite approachable. I don't know him. He's not paid me to say that. But you know, you can see there, like, the configuration is definitely in there if you wanted to use this one. Anyway, this is not the one I'm going to use, so we're going to move on. We're going to have a look at a few more. So I'll uninstall this and have a look at a couple more. Now the app I think I'm going to probably be using, I've been testing it on a tablet, is an app called Vivid Launcher. However, let's go down and have just a look at a couple more, just so we're not being very, very biased on our views. I got 3.9, 3.9. Also make dashboard. Android Auto, my car launcher 4.1, Real Dash 4.2, Car Home Ultra. Let's go to my car launcher. Don't know it. Let's have a look at it and see what we think. There it is. That's loaded, and that looks very, very messy straight away. So we're just going to go for the next to get to the launcher. Oh, and we were driving then apparently. I don't know. Oh, there we are. We're driving again apparently. So that's straight away. That doesn't give me any confidence. Sorry, my car launcher. I do not like that one. I'm not even going to give you the time of day. So, for people who want to see how to uninstall, let's go back to the main home. We go into our car launcher, go to more. So you're back into the default Android interface. Go to apps. See all apps, and we were looking for, I think that was called My Car Launcher, wasn't it? We come down, there it is, My Car Launcher. We're going to say uninstall. I think we're going to try one more before we show you what I think, in my view, is the best on the market at the moment. Okay, we're back. Certainly suffer from overheating problems on hot days like this, so we won't go on too long. We've had a look at what we've had a look at. We've had a look at Car Launcher, Car Web Guru, Agama, and I think we'll have a look at another. Oh, that My Car Launcher as well, which was sorry, but it was a bit poor. Let's carry on. We're going to bring up the Google Play again. And I've just noticed we've got no Wi-Fi, but we seem to have connected. So let's go Car Launcher. We've had a look at a few down here. Auto-Zen car dashboard and launcher. But there's no internet connection at the moment. So I think what's happened is, this is another issue I'm having with this unit. If you go into the Wi-Fi, it's turned on, yeah. As soon as we turn the camera off, what happens? The Wi-Fi appears. So we're going to have a look at maybe one or two more before we have a look at Vivid Launcher, which has been my favourite of recent times. Like I say, I've been trying it on tablet and I'm quite pleased with it. So let's just pick another one, a random one. We'll go for Auto-Zen. Really don't know what it's going to be like. There's the imagery of it, so let's install it. In-app purchases, so we can guarantee this is going to be a basic model, and any customization again will probably be a pay for. I think what I will have to do is I'll have to connect this account up to my Google Play account, so the two can benefit from the apps that I've already bought. Because I did buy, when I had my Golf Mark 4, I had an Android head unit in there, and I bought a few bits and pieces while I was experimenting at that point in time. So it seems silly to buy them a second time when I can add this account to my family account. There we are, it's all installed, so let's go to the next step. View full screen. To exit, swipe down from the top. Okay, we've got that. Welcome, so we want to continue. We've got access to location, phone, contacts, and microphone. Continue. And continue. Oh, so we seem to be on a loop. Right, notification access. Auto-Zen. There we are. So straight away, get premium or continue. Try it for 7 days. Well, that's what we were asking earlier, wasn't it? Just long enough to know if you want it or not, with all the features. Okay, so here are your favorite apps. Okay, so it's a bit clunky as well, isn't it, really? So all the apps are down there, so that's really difficult to get to straight away. Can we pull an app? Let's edit it. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to delete apps. What was that? No. Well, got to try these things, and that looks like it's literally just a map with apps at the bottom. Go into our phone, go to our notifications, go to my. It's very difficult to access as well. I don't like that at all. Settings. That's just general settings, is it? Theme. Oh, themes and appearance. Enable full screen and open screen notch. This is more like a tablet. Navigation bar, status bar. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to abandon this one before we go very much further. Okay, we've installed Vivid Car Launcher. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you about Vivid Car Launcher is it's not available in the UK. Don't know why. There must be some sort of issue with it. However, by using a VPN and setting my VPN to America, I've managed to download it. It's not entirely legit, I suppose. However, lots of people use their VPNs to appear in different countries now. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying that's what to do. It's just what I've done so you can see Vivid Car Launcher. So I'm going to allow the access. See there, Vivid Car Launcher. Allow. We're going to go back. Choose our language as see United Kingdom. See my Wi-Fi. And the activation failed. Okay, please go back and check your network. Maybe the Wi-Fi is not very good at the moment. Well, can you believe it's been 4 weeks since we did the original recording for this car launcher video, and we got to the Vivid launcher and we had the activation issues, and I forgot to film the rest of the video. So we've come back today when I've been editing it, and I'm going to show you, and it's proof that we like this launcher because 4 weeks later we're still using it. So anyway, this is the Vivid launcher. I'm going to go to the home. But what I am going to do before we do anything is I'm going to start recording. I'm going to start recording now so you can actually see what is actually happening on the screen a bit clearer than I've been able to do before, because I should have done this on all of it previously, but I didn't. So this is the Vivid launcher, and as you can see, it's got sections to it, which is makes it really simple to use when you're driving. And it's very, very important when you're driving to have it very simply laid out, I think. I'm just going to turn the ignition off a minute, and hopefully that will stay on. It will do. Okay, so the first thing is your music. Really important part in your car, isn't it? And there's a little tab here. You just select that, and you've got the options of your DAB radio, local music, which would be off a memory stick. So if you could see here, I've got a memory stick in there. Spotify, or you can even use Netflix if you require. Obviously that's not music, it's films. So for the moment we'll just keep it on the DAB, and then you can see there we have the display of what channel it's on at the moment. It's not currently on Absolute 90s, but if I wanted to change it, I literally select it, go in and select a different channel, and that's it. And if I press home, we go back to the screen, and you can see there I've got Radio 1 selected. I've actually not got Wi-Fi connected at the moment, so I can't show you Spotify, but should we want Spotify, we'd literally go up there, select Spotify, and then Spotify would load, and then we could go in and we could literally play our Spotify playlist or whatever else we've required. We'll go home again. Now on the opposite side we have a map. Sadly the map doesn't relate to Waze at the moment. I'm hoping that the developers will modify this, although saying that it's not available in the UK at the moment either, as I said earlier, and you have to use a VPN, so maybe I'm hoping too much there. But that is the map, and that follows you as you're driving, and then you have a little bit of information down here below. You have your date, and obviously the network's unavailable at the moment, but that's where you would see your Wi-Fi, and you can have an Android widget there as well if you want. So if you were to select widgets, we were to go in there, we could bring up a favored widget. I don't know, say it was you wanted your Spotify list there or something else, you could have that there. We like it quite simple, so we've not bothered. We've left that clear at the moment. However, we got across the bottom, we got a couple of apps that we do use. We got the Lincoln app to activate Apple CarPlay. We got the home button there, mainly because it was there and we haven't changed it yet. Telephone, and then we can go into all apps there, and then we can select anything we would require. We'll go back to home, and over to this side obviously we got our clock, and we can change our display. Now we have found sometimes, I say let's change our display, we can change the volume on this side, and that, I think that one, yeah, that one there's the brightness, but as you can see there, it doesn't seem to work very well. We've noticed this unit is quite bright at night times, but that's how it goes. And if we leave that for a couple of seconds, that should go back to the default screen, and there we are. And they got these little markers here but they don't actually do anything. Like, literally, it's just a pattern at the bottom of what you're looking at. So I'm just going to select dab again, so that puts it back into dab, and then it disappears. So obviously that's something just to do with the music player. But there we are. That is I'm just going to try there. That's searching. That's your work address, so if you wanted to put a work address in there, and your home address. And that one there brings up the microphone. It really is quite a simple launcher, but it's very nice to use when you're driving. So there you are. We've been for a few launchers now, haven't we? And we've picked our favourite, Vivid, but you might have a different opinion, and if you have, tell us down below what you think your favourite launcher is. Maybe there's something we've not discovered yet, and we'd be really interested to find out. Anyway, we've gone through them all. I've tried to be as fair as possible. Obviously, with the nag screens and the limitations of demo software, it's been hard to show you the full functionality. But hopefully it's given you a good idea and helped you think about what you would like to use on your Android device. If it's been helpful, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel as well. We will see you in the next video, guys. Look after yourselves. See you later. Bye.